Good afternoon, everybody. This is Sue Ward calling from Sonavive. It's a beautiful day down here on 12/12/12, and we are just at 12 o'clock now. What an auspicious day it is. So happy December, everybody. I hope you are enjoying the holiday season. This is a time when we begin to reevaluate our goals for the year. So today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about nutrition for the holidays, which I did last year, but we were getting some requests to review this information. And then we'll talk a little about healthy goals for the new year and how we can set realistic goals for ourselves. So welcome, everybody. Let's begin by recognizing that December is a very busy month for most of us. And we just got through a few holidays, and beginning with October, we start with Halloween and Thanksgiving in Canada, Thanksgiving in the U.S. in November. So it is a very busy time, and we get busy with get-togethers, parties, shopping, holiday events, and we really need to take care of ourselves during this time. So I hope you're all doing that. Hope you're all meditating. If you guys would just hang on for 1 second, I'm trying to figure out how to advance my slides, which don't seem to be advancing right now. Hang with me for just a second. There we go. So December is a busy time, and I think for most people, nutrition-wise, this is a very difficult time of the year to manage eating. Like I said, we're going to parties, we're going to holiday events. People are baking wonderful things for us, and we want to enjoy that. So we do need to take a moment to acknowledge that, and then find ways how we could deal with that effectively so we sail through the holidays using good nutrition. One thing that we need to do, here are just a few tips for healthy holidays. Be sure that you plan healthy holiday treats and healthy holiday meals as well. Planning nutritious snacks, drinking pure water. This is a time when we tend to fall back on our exercise program. And I like to recommend that people give gifts that promote better nutrition. So we're going to talk about each one of these. So think about some of your classic holiday recipes and how you could make them healthy. So instead of doing the sweet potatoes or the yams, as some call them, with a layer of brown sugar, which is a traditional way to prepare them baked. I mean, maybe you can do a recipe such as coconut sweet potatoes, and this is much healthier in that there is virtually no added sugar, and coconut is very, very healthy. Coconut, it happens to be antiviral, antibacterial, and antifungal, so it has a lot of health benefits. It is a healthy saturated fat for our diet, so it's really a wonderful, it's also a wonderful tasting fat. This recipe you will absolutely love. If you try it, I can guarantee that this will be a hit if you bring this with you to a holiday dinner. And what I'm going to do with the recipes that we talk about is I'm going to put a link on the Sonavive blog so that you can access these recipes. So you will get these and more. I'm also going to give you, for those of you who haven't received our new recipe book, it's over 100 pages of healthy recipes. I'm also going to provide a link for that at the end. Another classic holiday recipe that we've completely made over is roasted turkey. And my husband and I have now been using gluten-free stuffing because we're both eating gluten-free diets. And this is very easy to do. And you actually may have many guests who are sensitive to gluten. and would really benefit from knowing that you're going out of your way to make gluten-free stuffing. And it is absolutely wonderful tasting. It's made almost the same way, but you just basically use gluten-free breads. And I like to mix a few different types of gluten-free breads because you tend to get better flavor. I always like to bring something with me when I go to a party, so that way I know that there's at least something I can eat. And one of the things I love to bring is this shrimp. It's actually a shrimp dip. You make it in a Jello mold pan, and that's why it's called shrimp mold. But it's actually a shrimp dip, and I love to serve that with gluten-free crackers, and it's always a hit. It is gluten-free, but it is not dairy-free. It does contain cream cheese. But it is a wonderful hit, and it's high in protein, and it can be just something that you can really impress people with. And what I suggest is when you go to a holiday event, be sure to bring the recipes with you, so that you can hand out some recipes on paper for people, and they absolutely love that. Another hit is the spinach and brie topped artichoke hearts, and artichokes are wonderful for your liver. And I love this one because I like to encourage people to take care of their liver during this holiday time when we all tend to ingest a little more alcohol and usually a little bit more sugar. So supporting our liver is really important during this time. So this is one recipe that does that in a really nice way. We also have a walnut spread, which is made with fresh walnuts and garbanzo beans, lemon juice, and basil, and that's about it. And it all goes into the food processor, and it makes a wonderful spread for vegetables or for crackers. This is a great high protein spread, so that for an appetizer, this would be wonderful. And remember, protein really sets up your metabolism, so that we're not ingesting so many starchy carbohydrates. So this is a wonderful alternative to a lot of your bread-based and starch-based appetizers. So just remember that if you fail to plan, then definitely plan to fail. So what we want to do is just remember going somewhere, just always bring something with you. It's a wonderful gesture, and then you always know that you have something that you can have and that other people have like, of course. Plan nutritious snacks and treats, and I love to use creative presentations because this is very impressive. So you can make vegetable dips, as you see on the slides, in the shape of a Christmas tree or a holiday tree, or Edible Arrangements is a company that they do beautiful fruit baskets with chocolate dipped strawberries. This is a wonderful gift, but it's also something wonderful that you can bring to a party. I always make these coconut macaroons during the holidays. I like to give them as gifts, and usually the way I make them, coconut macaroons, by the way, are just shredded organic coconut, raw honey, and organic eggs, and that 3 ingredients. What I'll do during the holidays is I'll usually mix the coconut mixture with spirulina, which is a green powder, which is a super concentrated, nutrient-dense algae that is, a supplement. And then they're green, and then you can actually put a little red goji berry on top, and it makes very festive in color. And then we love to give these as gifts, and they're healthy treats. So that's an idea for you. I also like to make angeled eggs because, again, I'm trying to focus on some high protein treats. That's always going to be better for balancing your blood sugar and sustaining your energy. So these recipes, again, I will post them on the blog, so you'll have them. So hopefully this is starting to give you some good ideas. During the holidays, it's really important to increase your intake of water because we do tend to drink more sugary beverages and alcohol. So this is an alternative to that. You could make some green juices. I love to make these raspberry ice cubes and put them in drinks, and kids love them because they just can't wait for the ice cube to melt. You can sweeten some of your drinks with either xylitol, which is a nice alternative, natural sugar alcohol or stevia also works very nice. This is a blueberry mint drink that is really tasty, and as you can see, there's some blueberries floating around in there. You can use frozen or fresh blueberries if you want. But it is really important to increase your intake of water. And so if you are going to be drinking alcohol during the holidays, wines and you know, alcoholic beverages and such, be sure that for every glass of alcohol you have 1 glass of water in between. And this is a great way to keep your body hydrated and keep your system running smoothly. It supports your liver. And again, we want to definitely always support our liver, especially during the holiday times. Sometimes when we're very busy with the holidays, we forget about our physical activity program or our structured exercise program, but I'm a really big fan of unstructured exercise, and I say go ahead and move whenever you can, however you can. I am a big fan of doing push-ups against the kitchen counter when I'm making holiday treats or if I'm cooking. It's so much easier to just add something here and there rather than pack up all of your things and head off to the gym and work out for 30 to 45 minutes and then come back. And I think that's why sometimes we tend to miss our workouts because it seems like such a chore. But I would encourage you to just look for things that you can do right in your home. If you're out shopping in a mall, please don't take the escalators. Use the stairs. Even if you're carrying packages, this is a great workout. You can do chair squats, you know, right in your home and really keep your legs in great shape. But anything you can do is going to be better than nothing. So I would suggest finding ways that you can increase your physical activity. Another good thing to remember, if you're going out to the shopping malls and doing a lot of shopping, park your car really far away and walk and get that. You know, there's so many benefits to that. Not only will you avoid the crowds and you'll avoid getting upset in the parking lot at other people, you're going to get more exercise and you're going to burn more calories. So this would be another great way to just increase your physical movement. I love to give gifts that promote better nutrition or better health, and I had this slide last year and people really loved this. One year I actually gave chocolate bars, and as a nutritionist, can you imagine the reaction you get when you're giving out chocolate bars? But I selected a really nice organic chocolate, and I typed up a brief message that talked about the healthy gift of chocolate and what were all the benefits of chocolate in just a nutshell. And then I wrapped the bar in that message, and I used it as wrapping paper. And that's what I gave, you know, just to all my friends and acquaintances. I'd have a few on hand for that one time or 2 times when someone passes you a gift and you'd really like to give them something in exchange. This is a really good gift. I also one year gave water bottles to everyone in my family, and inside the water bottle I had a message, and I had put a little piece of paper with listing all the benefits of drinking water and how much you should drink, and then I put the message in the bottle and I gave that as a gift. So try to get creative, and how can you give a gift that promotes health and teaching somebody about health. Another gift that's really great, I don't know how many of you have been to Sanoviv, but we make these coconut spirulina treats, and those are another thing that we love to give. It's kind of like a coconut macaroon, but it's made in the dehydrator, and it tastes a little bit differently. Anything that you can make is great. Try to look for the healthy recipes, and when you get our recipe book, you will see some healthy recipes in there that maybe you can do a little bit of gluten-free baking for someone, and these are wonderful gifts. And like I mentioned, is really great to give the recipes when you give the gift. Also, if you're interested in the water bottles, we do have those on the SonovivStore.com website, so you can give a gift. We have beautiful bamboo. What you're looking at is a beautiful bamboo water bottle that is a glass water bottle covered in bamboo to protect it from dropping. It's a little bit heavy, so it is not the best thing for taking with you on a workout, but it is great for keeping it on your desk or keeping it on your kitchen counter and just kind of reminding you to drink water throughout the day. And we also have these love bottles, which have beautiful messages on them, and you just feel good drinking out of a bottle that has a positive message. So those are just some quick gift ideas for you. Now, when it comes to New Year's, I know we all do it. We always want to make a New Year's resolution, or I always say, well, make a New Year's goal. And it doesn't have to be one goal that you work on for the whole year, but maybe pick one thing and work on it for a couple of months. And then when you've mastered that, then pick another, and so on. So you can be actually setting goals throughout the entire year. You know, it's very common for people to say, oh, this year I'm going to exercise 3 times a week, I'm going to eat better, drink more water, you know, take a class, and they try to do everything all at once. And then usually that lasts for, well, you know, about a week or maybe 2 weeks. And then we feel like we failed, and, you know, the New Year's resolution buzz has kind of left us. So I would really encourage you to try to just focus on one thing at a time. And I'm going to give you some ideas for that. Maybe instead of committing to exercising 3 times a week or 4 times a week or 1 time a week, choose to exercise at least 150 minutes a week. Okay, so that way it might be more achievable. You're not restricting yourself too much, and then that way you're talking about minutes. So if a few days went by and you have no minutes to log in, then go out for an hour-long walk, and get those 150 minutes in, and that's a really good start. If you do that consistently for an entire month or for 2 months, then when March rolls around, say you're going to exercise 200 minutes, or 175, try to increase your goal. And you don't have to specify what that exercise is, just moving your body. Cardiovascular exercise would be great to do this with, so we can kind of maintain a healthy cardiovascular system and circulatory system. How about doing push-ups 3 times a week? And I love push-ups because they work so incredibly great to tone your entire upper body and your arms and your shoulders and your chest, and they're easy. You can do them anywhere. So maybe do as many as you can do, maybe against your desk, and maybe if you start with 5 push-ups and that's all you can do, that's okay. And then the next time you go to do push-ups, you'll probably be able to do 6. And just kind of keep increasing, and maybe it'll be motivating to you to just kind of record that on your calendar. And again, maybe that's the only goal you set for the year, is just starting to develop a regular exercise habit. And that takes about 3 weeks. So that's why I say, stick with something for at least a month, and maybe 2 months for some people. By the way, we're going to be doing a staff New Year's incentive program here at Sonavive for our staff. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to pick a bunch of things, which I'll talk to you about. And we're going to self-track, how many vegetables we eat, how many minutes we exercise, and we're going to kind of keep each other motivated as we go through the new year. One of the things that we found very helpful is reducing starchy carbohydrates in the diet. Now, if you've ever been to Sonavive, we only serve the starchy carbohydrates such as rice or, let's see, that's about it for us here, sweet potatoes. We limit that to maybe once a week, but you can limit yourself to maybe 4 servings a week. So 1 serving of rice is a half a cup. And if you begin to limit these starchy carbohydrates in your diet, you are going to see some results, and you may even see cravings diminish somewhat. So that's a good one. I know a lot of people always want to save money in the new year, and I have to admit, last year I set this goal for myself, and I lasted for about 3 months. And I think the mistake I made is I set the goal too high. I said something like I'm going to put $500 in the bank every month. And yeah, I did it for the first 3 months, and then of course there's always an emergency or something that comes up that you have to pay for. So I encourage you to set a really small goal, because once you achieve that, you're going to feel more empowered to increase it. So maybe try $50 a month for 6 months, and then you can always increase it. Sometimes banks have vacation savings clubs and things like that, and those are really good even if you're not going to use it for vacation. It's just a good way to put some savings away. Another great goal is to restrict alcohol or coffee, soda if you're drinking soda, or diet soda. And rather than saying eliminate, because sometimes elimination, complete elimination, makes us feel deprived, how about if you limited your coffee intake? If you're currently doing 2 cups of coffee a day, what about if you just limit it to 1 cup a day, and then after a couple of months switch that goal to 1 cup 4 times a week, and pick that time when you really feel like you really want it rather than it just being a habit to go over to the coffee pot. So these are just some ideas. Again, I would suggest not doing all of them, but just maybe picking one and seeing how that goes for you. And then as a few months go by, then pick another one. Here are some that we're going to build into our incentive program at Sonavive, creating simple, achievable goals. So for example, one thing we're going to do in our incentive program is we are going to have a rule, make water your only beverage during the day. And we want to do that at least 3 days out of the week. It may be unrealistic to do that every single day, but I think it's very realistic to do it 3 days a week. So water would be your only beverage. And this is a great way to begin to change your habits, where you're just starting out, little at a time. We are also going to adhere to the 2-hour rule, which states eat nothing 2 hours prior to bedtime. And again, it's not going to be every day of the week. It's going to be 3 days a week. So if you're successful and you do that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, well then that's good. You've already succeeded. If you want to do that more, you can, but you'll feel like you're actually getting somewhere in achieving your goals. Now, vegetables, we all know we need to increase our intake of vegetables, especially. Most of us are pretty good with fruits, but vegetables can be challenging to get in your diet. So we're going to be giving ourselves a point for every day that we eat at least 4 servings of vegetables. So again, it's a small goal that you can set, saying, I don't have to do it every day of the week, but I'm going to try for at least 4 days or at least 2 days. And if you have a hard time with change, try it for 1 day. Do something really simple and really achievable, and you'll feel much, much more empowered. You'll feel really good about yourself. But the idea is to not overwhelm yourself with too many goals in an unrealistic time manner. And I feel like this way we'll be much more successful. You can pick a few of these things and put them together as long as they're very, very simple for you to do. And you can incorporate these not just for yourself, but maybe for your family. And maybe you can put a little tracking sheet on the refrigerator where everybody is giving themselves a point for every day they make water their only beverage. And you can have a little competition. It's kind of what we're doing here at Sonavive. So these are just some ideas for getting ready for the new year. I feel like it's going to be a really, really great new year. We have so many exciting things planned here at Sonavive. We're revising some of our programs. We're adding some new therapies. We're changing some things around. We're making our place more accessible to all of you. So what I do encourage you to do is sign up for the Sonavive blog, and we will keep you informed as to what some of our changes are, what's going on. In the meantime, here are some other ideas that you can do that are not health related. maybe take a cooking class. So maybe that could be health related. Or we had a coworker here that just for the heck of it, he took an improv class because he wanted to learn how to be a better public speaker, and he wanted to learn how to think quickly on his feet. And he took like an 8-week improv class, and I remember seeing the final class, and it was really wonderful. It was funny. It was special. Something different. One year I set this goal for myself to send a personal birthday wish to every single person in my immediate family. Because I realize sometimes I forget and birthdays go by. It's much easier now with Facebook and the internet. But one year I made a commitment to myself that I was going to actually go pick out a really appropriate card and send a personal birthday wish to everyone in my family. I don't do it every year, but that was just one idea for one year that I did. And I felt great when I did it, and it was well appreciated. Another thing you can do is maybe you can set a goal for the new year. Learn something new on your computer, and learn how to use iMovie or your photo software or your camera. Or now there's so many things we can do with the technology we have, and many of us may be getting new gifts for Christmas, new computers, and it's a great time to learn. I had enjoyed so much when I go to the Apple store and take my classes on how to do things. I just feel so empowered. I can't believe all the things my computer can do that I'm completely unaware of. So that always feels really good as well. So I encourage you to think of some of those non-health related things that you can do that maybe have been on your list. Again, not picking too many things. I want to caution you on that. The most important thing is take care of yourself in the new year. Many people do select health goals because we really, health is important to us, and we really want to take care of our health, and we're absolutely in full support of that. We want you to come to Sonavive if you've not been here, and like I mentioned before, we are doing everything we can to create new programs for you so that you can get here to see what we're all about and learn. So again, I would encourage you to go onto our website at sonavive.com, and at the top of the page you can click on an icon and it takes you directly to our blog, and it's free to sign up for our blog, and we do post recipes, we post articles, announcements, things that you will benefit from. Also, we do have a Facebook page, and we do post different things and sometimes the same things on Facebook because we're not quite sure what media people are using these days. We do have a monthly newsletter that goes out. If you're not getting that, you can also sign up for our newsletter. That goes out once a month. And we just want you to stay connected with us and keep in touch with us, and we want to keep in touch with you. And so I do want to announce for any of you that are in the San Diego area, I will be doing a presentation all about Sonavive tonight at an event. If you're interested in that, please feel free to email me privately. And my email is followup, FOLLOWUP, at sonavive.com. It's actually our follow-up department, and they'll send me over those requests. And again, I do want to remind you that if you would like to get the recipes from this presentation and also a copy of our recipe book, I'm going to go ahead and post those links on our Sonavive blog just after the presentation. And so you can take advantage of that. So I want to thank you. I didn't want to keep you too long today because I know that you are, many of you are very busy, and I appreciate you taking the time to listen. This is being recorded, so you can listen again if you want, or you can refer someone else to our website to hear this recording. But if anybody has any questions about the presentation today, Nutrition for the Holidays and New Year's Goals, or if you have questions in general about Sonavive, please feel free to type them in, and I'll take a moment to answer those verbally. One question I'm getting is the the subject of my lecture tonight that I'm doing in San Diego. Again, that lecture is going to be all about Sonovive, all about what we do, our programs, our therapies, our technologies, and that is being hosted by one of our USANA associates. I'd be happy to send you information on that. You can email me for that. Okay, so I hope I gave you some good ideas, and I hope you will use those ideas. I'm not seeing any other questions coming in. One person thanking for the ideas because, yeah, if you're stumped on a gift, these are hopefully some ideas for you. So anyway, thank you everybody, and I hope you all have a wonderful holiday season. And please look on our website. We will be posting our webinars for the new year, and we'll be posting those in the next few days. We have so many interesting topics that we're going to be doing next year. So I hope you will join us and encourage others to also join us. And remember, we are going to be recording these, so you will be able to access them at any time. So thank you again, everybody. Again, wishing you a happy holiday from Sonovive and a healthy and a happy new year to all of you. Thank you.